That don't smell like dirty clothes.
What do you mean? I'm about to show you. They've been sitting there for months and months and months and months and months.
You got to open that up all the way. What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Dirty things?
No. Open, pull it out. What the f? Get the f in! Push your hands up!
What I'm about to tell you is one of the most disturbing cases in police history. It's a story that begins with a simple traffic stop and ends with a discovery so horrific, it left seasoned officers physically sick and emotionally traumatized.
Listen, I need you to calm down. I need you to calm down. I need you to focus. Listen, calm down.
We need to verify. We don't know what this is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
July 28th, 2021, Essex, Maryland. Just after 11 p.m., a Baltimore County police officer pulls over a car for speeding. The driver is 33-year-old Nicole Michelle Johnson, and she appears to be just another routine traffic violation. But within the next hour, this ordinary night will become every officer's worst nightmare. When the officer approaches Nicole's car, she seems cooperative enough. She admits to speeding, hands over her identification, and sits quietly while he runs her information.
Coming back, vehicle requested not found or on file.
Temple. So you don't have a driver license?
No.
Okay. And also, this vehicle is not even registered. Those tags in there are fake tags. This car has to be towed.
Can I get my stuff out of it?
Yeah, you get everything out of it, but how long did you have this car?
Like almost 30 days.
But that's when the red flags start appearing. The car isn't registered. The license plates are fake. Nicole doesn't have a valid driver's license. What should have been a simple speeding ticket suddenly becomes a vehicle impoundment. As Nicole steps out of her car, she's not alone. Sitting beside her is a woman she calls BB, someone who will later be revealed as mentally challenged and completely unaware of the horror she's been riding with for months. The officer tells Nicole that her car needs to be towed and she can take her belongings before it's impounded. But then, Nicole says something that chills everyone to the bone, though nobody understands it yet. She looks at the officer and says, "Y'all are gonna see me on the news. Y'all are gonna see me make my big debut."
This is not admitting to guilt or just anything like that. Just basically saying
I'm
like,
telling you, it's cool. I won't be here tomorrow. Tonight is my last night. What am I going to do? Like, I split it.
no, I still got to do my job and try to explain to you.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So what I'm
like,
just explaining-
I'm not even talking about in Baltimore. Watch, tomorrow, y'all are going to see me on the news. Y'all are going to see me make my big debut. I split it up.
It's a strange comment that seems meaningless in the moment, but this bizarre prediction is about to become a terrifying reality. As Nicole waits for a ride, she begins ranting about her life situation. She talks about living in the car, moving from hotel to hotel, and how hard her life has been. She seems genuinely distressed, but there's something much darker beneath the surface that nobody realizes yet. When backup arrives, the second officer immediately senses something is wrong. There's a smell coming from the car. Not just any smell, but something unmistakable to anyone in law enforcement. The stench of decomposition. He quietly pulls his colleague aside and tells him to walk over to the car and see if he smells something dead.
See what you smell. Not drugs or anything, but see if you smell anything other than drugs. Or something dead or something.
Did you move in your car?
This is where I live at.
Put your head in. No, seriously. I just need to find. I need to know.
I told you.
Dead
it was
ass.
street.
What is this right here?
Huh?
What is this?
A bunch of dirty clothes. A bunch of dirty clothes.
That don't smell like dirty clothes.
Huh?
When they confront Nicole about the smell, she has an explanation ready. She claims it's just dirty clothes and blankets that have been sitting in her trunk for months because she's been living out of her car. But the officers aren't convinced. The smell is too strong, too distinct. And when they look closer at the bags in her trunk, they can see maggots crawling inside clear plastic bags. The officers insist that Nicole open up all the bags so they can see what's causing this overpowering stench. She continues to protest, claiming it's just dirty laundry, but they're not taking no for an answer. As they begin cutting through layer after layer of plastic bags, the smell gets stronger and more putrid. Finally, after cutting through multiple layers, they reach a black suitcase buried deep in the trunk. Nicole is still maintaining her story about dirty clothes, but the officers can tell something is terribly wrong. The stench is overwhelming, and there's no way dirty laundry could smell like this.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
Dirty things?
No. Open, pull it out. Pull it.
Dirty things from my husband.
Pull the whole bag out.
I am. My husband just said the dirty luggage from my husband. I am. See?
Take it out.
Take the bag out.
Take that bag out of there.
I am.
Okay. Pull that bag out. There you go. Open that bag up.
Let me see clothes. Let me see clothes. See clothes. All see clothes.
Open it up, ma'am.
I did.
Unroll the whole thing.
What? Open that up. Open that up. What the f? Get the f in! Put your hands up! Don't you Turn over right now! You want to rest! Don't you move! Don't you move! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
What I do?
What the f?
It's my mom.
What the f?
What happens next will haunt these officers for the rest of their lives. When they finally open that suitcase, they find the decomposing remains of a small child. The discovery is so shocking, so unexpected, that the officers struggle to process what they're seeing. Some become physically ill, others back away in horror. These are seasoned law enforcement professionals who have seen terrible things, but nothing has prepared them for this moment. Nicole immediately tries to run, but she's quickly apprehended. But the horror doesn't end there. As officers continue searching through her belongings, they make a second devastating discovery. In a plastic tote bag, they find another child's body. The bags contain the remains of two siblings, 7-year-old Joshlyn Johnson and her 5-year-old brother, Larry O'Neill. These weren't random victims, they were Nicole's own niece and nephew, children who had been entrusted to her care. The emotional aftermath at the scene is devastating. Officers who have dedicated their lives to protecting people are struggling to comprehend how someone could do this to innocent children. One officer, clearly shaken, mentions that his own daughter is about to turn 5 years old. The weight of what they've discovered is almost unbearable. But how did these children end up in Nicole's care? And what led to this unthinkable tragedy? The story that emerges is one of trust betrayed and innocence destroyed. In 2019, the children's mother, Nicole Johnson, had moved from Ohio to Maryland. Unable to care for her children during this transition, she made the difficult decision to temporarily leave them with her sister Nicole, believing they would be safe. It was meant to be a temporary arrangement until Nicole could get back on her feet. For months, Nicole tried to stay in contact with her children. She sent money to Nicole for their care and frequently asked about their well-being. She even tried to arrange visits so her children could meet their new baby sibling. But Nicole kept making excuses, blocking Nicole from seeing the kids, and eventually stopped responding to her messages altogether. In March 2021, Nicole finally managed to reach Nicole and arranged a meeting to get her children back. She waited at the agreed location, but Nicole never showed up. From that moment on, Nicole couldn't reach her sister or her children. She had no idea that her babies were already dead. The medical examiner's findings were as shocking as the discovery itself. 7-year-old Joshlyn weighed only 18 pounds when her body was found. Her 5-year-old brother, Larry, weighed just 21 pounds. According to medical experts, it would have taken months of severe malnourishment and neglect for children their age to reach such dangerously low weights. During her interrogation, Nicole finally revealed the horrific truth about what happened to these innocent children. In May 2020, more than a year before the traffic stop, Nicole had become angry with Joshlyn for misbehaving. In a fit of rage, she beat the 7-year-old so severely that the little girl fell and hit her head on the hotel room floor where they were staying. Instead of calling for help, instead of rushing Joshlyn to a hospital, Nicole made a decision that defies human comprehension. She put the little girl's body in a suitcase and kept it in her car trunk. For over a year, Nicole drove around Maryland with Joshlyn's decomposing remains, all while continuing to text the child's mother and pretend that everything was fine. But Larry was still alive, still in Nicole's care. The little boy continued to suffer under her neglect. for another year until 2 months before the traffic stop, he sustained an injury to his leg. According to Nicole's confession, Larry told her he was tired and asked to lie down. He never woke up.
Please don't, no, please
I
don't.
swear to God, if you move, so help me.
Please not arrest her. Please don't arrest her. She don't have anything to do with nothing. She really don't have anything to do with nothing. I will give y'all every name to everybody.
I don't want to hear it.
Please don't arrest her.
With both women in custody, the officers struggle to process the horror they've just witnessed.
No, stay, hey, no. Calm down. Calm down, relax.
Back up.
Have her sit down.
Sit down. Sit down. I am.
Relax.
Excuse me.
You relax.
BB, just relax, BB.
Keep your mouth closed.
I
didn't give you permission to talk. Sit down and be quiet. You okay? You okay? No.
Rather than seek medical attention for the injured child, Nicole watched as 5-year-old Larry grew weaker and eventually died. Then, in an act of unimaginable callousness, she placed his body in a plastic bag next to his sister's decomposing remains in the trunk of her car. For months, Nicole continued her daily life, driving around with the bodies of 2 children in her trunk. She went to hotels, met friends, even engaged in prostitution, all while carrying this horrific secret. The children who should have been playing, learning, and growing were instead decomposing in garbage bags, forgotten by everyone except the mother who desperately searched for them. The investigation revealed even more disturbing details. Neither child had ever seen a doctor in Maryland. Neither had been enrolled in school. Neither had been reported missing. They had simply vanished from the world, known only to their killer. Nicole Johnson was ultimately charged with multiple counts, including first-degree child abuse resulting in death, neglect of a minor, and unauthorized disposal of a body. In August 2024, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree child abuse resulting in death. On February 10, 2025, Baltimore County Circuit Judge Nancy Purpura sentenced Nicole Johnson to life in prison with all but 50 years suspended. As the sentence was read, Nicole held her face in her hands, finally showing some emotion for the children whose lives she had destroyed. For the officers who made this discovery, the trauma lingers long after that night in July. Baltimore County Police Chief Melissa Hyatt said the case significantly affected our patrol officers, forensic technicians, and detectives, and shocked our community to its core. The discovery happened just 1 week before Larry's 6th birthday. Instead of celebrating another year of life, this little boy was decomposing in the trunk of the car, driven by the person who was supposed to protect him. Today, we remember Joshlyn Marie James Johnson and Larry Darnell O'Neill III, 2 innocent children whose lives were cut short by unthinkable cruelty. Their mother, Deshelle, wrote on social media, "I wish it was me instead. I wish I didn't wake up tomorrow. The pain of losing her children in such a horrific way is beyond imagination." This case serves as a stark reminder that evil can hide behind the most ordinary facades. What started as a routine traffic stop for speeding became the discovery of one of the most heinous crimes imaginable. It shows us that sometimes the most mundane moments, a simple traffic violation, can reveal the darkest secrets that humanity is capable of hiding. The body camera footage from that night captures not just a criminal investigation, but the moment when seasoned officers confronted pure evil. Their reactions, the shock, the horror, the struggle to maintain professionalism in the face of the unthinkable, remind us that behind every badge is a human being trying to make sense of a world that sometimes defies all understanding. As we close this chapter on one of the most disturbing cases in recent memory, we're left with haunting questions about how such evil can exist, and how 2 innocent children could suffer so terribly at the hands of someone they should have been able to trust. But we're also reminded of the dedication of law enforcement officers who, despite being traumatized by what they witnessed, ensured that justice was served for Joshlyn and Larry. Their memory lives on, not just as victims of an unthinkable crime, but as reminders of the innocence that exists in this world and our collective responsibility to protect it.